Aquarius, this is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I do offer personal readings. All the info for that's in the description box of the video. There does tend to be quite a long wait for a reading with me, guys. If you want to explore your options, I have put links to my affiliates there as well. Check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. Aquarius, I'm going to do my usual check-in. The person on your mind, how do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the next 2 weeks. And I say potential to anyone new to my channel because on this channel, I infuse manifesting and the universal law of assumption into all of my content, which means that my tarot is just check-in. It's a check-in point into one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you, Aquarius, have selected, manifested, are manifesting out of the infinite that are available right now in this very given moment. Creation is finished. Everything exists all at once. Everything on the outside is you, a projection of your current state of consciousness. And if you would like to manifest this differently, your desires are absolutely meant for you. You can have anything or anyone you want. Circumstances don't matter. You would just need to shift your state of consciousness, the version of Aquarius that you're being, and do a reselection, change your dominant thoughts and assumptions and focus. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look at my other content, do your own research, and I like to teach as I go. Okay, Aquarius, Wheel of Fortune. How's this person feeling about you? Knight of Swords. They could be wanting to rush in with the communication. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that there's a sense of wanting to shift things for the positive. They could be feeling like this is some kind of a destined connection. But for a couple also, you know, that tells me that maybe wanting to shift things for the positive after there's been a level of disappointment or a feeling like what was on offer wasn't really being taken. For cups can be a bit of a rejection wound. We've got Six of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Cups in the upright. So definitely romantic feelings, wanting to make a gesture. Second night that I've seen. So that's communication or offers. I did say that there's a feeling maybe of rejection, and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is sort of that feeling of like, is this really reciprocal? You know, it could be that this is a connection where it's been difficult to get to a level of balance, equal give and take, that kind of a thing. Yeah, the Hanged Man. So it seems to be that there's a wanting to have some kind of a positive shift, because I will always trust what I channel in the opening. The Hanged Man, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's feeling a little bit like, okay? So there's a wanting to shift things for the positive, maybe coming out of an energy of, you know, focusing now on reciprocity where things have not been so balanced, okay? Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady mover, but with an intention for something stable and solid, okay? So this could be a person that you've either been connected to for a long time, or it's feeling like there's a slow and steady moving towards the goal, okay? Knight of Pentacles, because things have been quite stuck. It's like it's moving, but it's moving slowly, and things feel a little stuck. The Two of Swords, okay? Stagnancy, indecision. Something needs to shift in terms of like making a decision. Now, that indecision could be what's leading to this feeling of rejection, or a feeling of like, is this reciprocal? Like, do you feel the same way? Are you putting in, you know, this could be something between the two of you. I mean, you might feel this way about them, Aquarius, so I'm not giving you guys shit, but this is like, you know, are you returning what I'm offering? Like, is there equal give and take, as I said, okay? So let me just have a look at this Hanged Man. Yeah, Lover's card in the reverse. There's something within your connection that's led to a feeling like, is this one-sided, okay? There's also something about decisions and choices. The long game here is commitment, Knight of Pentacles, working towards a stable goal, and genuine love and emotion or romantic feelings. However, there's this something that has led to a question of, well, first of all, a challenge to self-love, and secondly, Lover's card is about choices. So there's an energy of like, are you really choosing the connection? So you might feel that way and they want to shift things. You might mutually have that dynamic between the two of you. Like, are you choosing this? Are we moving along? Even though Knight of Pentacles, it's moving, but maybe you haven't reached commitment phase, or maybe there's been like a roadblock here and questions around like, do you really, do you feel the same way as me? I mean, questioning it. Lover's card, challenge to self-worth, challenge to self-love. Devil, fears. Okay, so the Devil card, fears, limiting beliefs. The blindfold seems to be on. I mean, some of you, yeah, this has been moving, and now it seems like the Hangman can mean that things are on pause at the moment because a decision needs to be made. Maybe a decision needs to be made on like the way forward. I mean, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Some of you, it's like a decision needs to be made, like, are we really committed to this situation? For others of you, a decision needs to be made because, I mean, please, I never say things to be loaded. Devil card can be temptations or other energies, or maybe unhealthy influences outside of the connection where it feels like this connection is not being prioritized or someone's not being chosen, okay? 3 of Cups, Lover's card. You both mutually might have other people around you, or, the 3 of Cups really does need to go down to the 2 of Cups to have that, like, commitment. 2 of Cups is relationships. So you also, I mean, for some of you, if it's not romantic, what's stalling the connection and causing an imbalance and questions around, are we equally invested, or are you really choosing me? It could be because there's, unhealthy influences. Some of you are dealing with a situation, Devil card, 3 of Cups can be like temptations like drinking and partying. Not all of you, okay? But we have the Hierophant card in the reverse and the Judgment card. So a decision needs to be made, I think, when it comes to, the long-term goal. And also, Hierophant card in the reverse, there could be clashes when it comes to values, culture, tradition, or there's been indecision about really committing to the situation. This is about marriage and long-term commitments, and that has caused a feeling of like someone's not as invested as the other person. Like this can be a lot of desire and attraction, but it seems to be that something's stalling this, okay? I mean, Page of Swords, they're heavily observing you, Page of Swords. Aquarius, even if things seem a little bit on pause or 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I mean, the 1 foot in, 1 foot out could be like 1 foot towards something very serious in the long term, and 1 foot out because there's some outside influences or there's a fear in really going for it or committing. The outside influences could be people that are just meddling in some kind of a way. If you're from different backgrounds or religions or cultures, that could be an influence. And guys, this is all circumstantial because you can fuck it all in a bucket when you change your dominant thoughts and assumptions, and all of these unpreferable circumstances, people, or perceived blocks or conditions on your manifestation will just fuck off as well. I'll get to you in a sec. But 6 of Wands in the reverse, there's just this sort of feeling of like either not feeling very victorious in the situation, not feeling very chosen, not feeling very loved, indecision, maybe feeling like not getting enough attention. 6 of Wands in the reverse. That could be the dynamic between the 2 of you. If there's other people, even just friends and other energies, and whilst I do think there's a romantic vibe when it's good between the 2 of you, something leads to this feeling stuck and questions around, are you valuing me? Are you valuing me? Okay, so we've got Taurus energy, we've got Capricorn energy, we've got Gemini energy. The Judgment card here tells me a decision. They want to come unstuck. So this is indecision. This would be a decision. And also, this is a revival energy. If you are on sort of a pause of sorts, I'm not seeing a breakup. I'm seeing kind of like a pause or a stagnancy. This would be like revival. So, and this can be communication as well. Observation, communication. There also might be a lot of observing too, because there's a lot of fear around third parties. That might be unfounded, guys. So I'm never fortune telling, guys. I read the energy. Do not create third parties if they're not third parties, okay? If you have a fear of third parties, don't fucking continue with your fear, because this is when things crystallize. So, but it seems to be that there might be some massive fear. 1, do you feel the same? 2, are you messing around? Are there other energies in the mix? Okay, maybe there's a lot of watching. Maybe there's like, insecurities around that, okay? So let's just have a look at you. Something here about revival and something about decisions and coming unstuck potentially with the long-term goal. okay? Let's look at you, which is way more important. Okay, guys? You've got the Judgment card on the bottom of the deck. You both have the Judgment card. There also could be this mutual thing. If you've got other energies around that are like influencing the situation, Judgment card could be like judgmental energy. Maybe there are other people meddling. And that's what needs to go. That's what needs to be surrendered. Pisces energy, if I didn't say that, guys. That would need to be surrendered. Now, you don't have to wait for this person to let go of what's unhealthy. You just go to the fucking end, Aquarius. You just go like, no, we have the most amazing relationship. Everyone approves of our relationship. Or you just like don't even pay any mind to crap. And you just say, we have the most loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. I'm the priority. I'm adored. If you want the commitment, we're committed. If you just want to be the only one, they choose me and only me. Whatever, Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles. How do you feel about this person? I mean, Queen of Pentacles is a nice, stable, loyal, committed, potentially grounded energy. But then you have Page of Swords. It was in the reverse. Perhaps, you know, the communication can kind of get a bit small or petty between the two of you. I'll get Oracle cards as well. How do you feel about them, Aquarius? Death card. And the Queen of Wands. Some of you are dealing with a situation where there's some other third-party energy that needs to be closed out or ended. Now, that could be an unhealthy influence, a meddler, a friend, a family member, or it could be, for those of you that know, there's some outside people, like romantic, okay? So, let's have a look. Seven of Pentacles. How do you feel about them, Aquarius? Queen of Cups. Four of Cups is in the reverse. So you want to come out of this kind of energy of disappointment between the two of you. You've built a groundwork. There's been a lot of waiting to see how things play out. Just like this Knight of Pentacles is a slow and steady energy. And you feel genuine emotion. That's a loving, compassionate energy. And this person has Knight of Cups. Some of you, there's an age difference here, Queen and Knight. Otherwise, Aquarius, you know, I feel like there's emotion. There's just been this rejection wound or a feeling of disappointment. Like this person here, Lover's card in the reverse, there seems to be a lot of fears and insecurities between the two of you of not being enough, not being chosen, not being loved, right? Because this is strong soul connection, but there's just something here with like fears and insecurities of like not being chosen, not being enough. And here, Four of Cups is a similar kind of an energy. You want to come out of that energy of rejection or disappointment. King of Pentacles is in the reverse. Six of Swords is in the reverse. Six of Wands you also have in the reverse, just like they do. There's this mutual feeling of either doubting that this can be successful or feeling unrecognized, okay? So you might feel this person is not really giving you much attention or the recognition that you would like, and it makes you feel rejected. They might feel the same way. We don't care what they feel, not in an arrogant way, guys. They will change. If you want them to be giving you attention or you want a better version of the relationship, you just need to affirm for it and hold them dominantly as the version in your consciousness, dominant thoughts and assumptions projected onto them. They are like this. We have this. This is the relationship that we have. They can't keep their hands off me. They can't be away from me. They need to be near me. King of Pentacles in reverse is there's something here to do with, especially with Hierophant in the reverse, this is not feeling necessarily like committed, loyal, stable. Okay? So maybe it's, you know, you're at a Seven of Pentacles. So this is foundation. So you might have romance together, but something is keeping this from developing maybe into maturing to the end goal. Okay? Now, King of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, you know, that is questions around loyalty and commitment, and that's caused disappointment. But then on the other hand, Aquarius, Six of Swords in the reverse, you don't kind of want to move away from this because I do feel like you have an emotional component. Let me see what this King of Pentacles in the reverse is. Nine of Wands in the reverse. There's a block or a wall between the two of you. There's a wound. I'm really getting Aquarius, and the Seven of Swords is here. There's trust issues here. Okay, there's a block or a wound or trust issues when it comes to loyalty or commitment for a lot of you, okay? Founded or unfounded, there's just been like indecision on the way forward, and perhaps that is because there's this feeling like you're not really committing or you're not really loyal to the situation. Don't take it if it's not your reading, guys, okay? It doesn't have to be for everyone. Yeah, Four of Swords is in the reverse. So there seems to be stuckness. You want to come out of that. You also want to resolve this wound or this block, but there's a lot of trust issues here. Seven of Swords. There's also, you know, for some of you, this does involve things that have gone unsaid or unaddressed. Avoidance. What is this Seven of Swords? Chariot card. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's an avoidance of like actually addressing the direction forward. And it's like, you know, Knight of Pentacles, this person still seems to be moving towards you, but very, very slowly for that commitment, that long-term goal. And then you feel like it's just stopped moving altogether. Chariot card, I mean, Ace of Cups. Judgment cards in the reverse, guys. So there's a lot of these cross cards, you know, like Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. How does this person feel about you, Aquarius? They still have a long-term goal in mind. You perhaps, Aquarius, are not sure that this is the long-term vision, or you're not sure that this person feels the same way or has that intention. If that's what you're doubting, then they're just going to mirror back to you your insecurities. So you're just going to keep getting reinforcement, like things feel stuck, right? Or there's non-commitment. So you would just need to say, if you want this person to be committed to you and only you and loyal to you, you just need to affirm for that. They equally feel maybe that you are not choosing them. I don't know. It's a weird read, Aquarius. I'm sorry, but you seem to Ace of Cups. Some of you, Aquarius, maybe you want to move forward and move on to a new love. Aquarius, some of you have a wound and you have trust issues because you had a relationship or a connection before which was non-committal, or there was, you know, something dishonest. And now this is causing you, whilst I do see, I feel like you have a lot of emotion for this person, it seems that there's a wound. Nine of Wands, that's the wounded warrior. So it's like you're trying to work to break down that wall or that barrier. Or this person, the behavior, the way that they're showing up is triggering that feeling of you, like, can I really trust this? The Judgment card's in the reverse, so that's indecision. And then the Tower is in the reverse. Aquarius, this feels like this is a bit of an internal tower, okay? So something within this might be triggering you, because I feel like there's love, but there's a rejection wound. Maybe there's a lot of fear in moving forward, Chariot card. And maybe you're also trying to release yourself from past disappointment, and so it's difficult for you to trust in this situation. It's a really messy read, guys. I mean, here there seems to also be like Devil card, Three of Cups. Either they have an assumption that you're not really committed to the situation and there's like other energies in the mix, or you and them are both not committed to one another and there's mutually this feeling like the other one is not choosing. You're not choosing one another. I just need to get some oracles and see what's going on. Aquarius, essentially the advice sticks. It's always the same. Okay, decide what you want, go to the end, and don't complicate it. Just affirm for what you want. Okay, if there's third parties, then manifest away the third parties. If you want commitment, manifest the commitment. If you want, I don't know, more attention, Six of Wands in the reverse, Six of Wands in the reverse, and you don't want to be the one giving the attention, you say that they give you all the attention. It's such a weird read, guys. Okay, the Butterfly, evolving in growth, healing inner child, releasing the past. Releasing Hanged Man is also like surrender, right? So there's a wound here or a block, like this person doesn't feel very lovable or chosen, or something in your dynamic with one another. I mean, Six of Pentacles in the reverse can also be very much like codependency. So there could be a little bit of this energy between the two of you, like assumption, not getting because you both have Six of Wands in the reverse, not feeling loved by the other one, questioning the love, looking for validation, not getting the validation. I don't know. The Butterfly, yeah, soulmates. I mean, that's Lover's card, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Not enough. Not enough. Ego and fear, frustrations, lacking confidence. And then we have paradise, happiness and joy, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. The Judgment card is a resurrection. So I think that maybe they want to have a new phase with you. Partying, time with friends, having fun, living in the moment, single. You see, I said to you, whether it's romantic or otherwise, or just like because you're not committed to one another, it's just you're both single, but there's like all this attraction and paradise and joy, you know, that's like that devil in 3 of cups. Or this is just partying and stuff. And, you know, maybe that's like, there's not a very serious vibe here. Okay, maybe that's causing friction between the two of you. I don't know. I mean, yeah, karmic causing friction. Karmic relation. I'm not classifying this as a karmic relationship, guys, but it says resentments and triggers. Okay, so there's triggers between the two of you. Now, the trigger here is feeling rejected in some kind of a way, or fear of love, not trusting, and you could be ping-ponging that back and forth, triggering each other, which is fixable, guys, if you just change the story. Because it seems to be this person that's like, okay, releasing the past. Also, each of you could have had, I don't like labels, guys, karmic relationships, like toxic relationships before, and you're like triggering each other in some kind of a way, or you're trying to release, some of you are trying to release another relationship, okay? Like you've just, because this would be, you know, happily single after maybe having not so positive experience. And then that causes a lot of fear and actually committing again. You understand what I'm saying? There's some kind of a pattern going on between the two of you, okay? It says, stop the pattern. All right, so you could be projecting each other's fears onto one another. This person does feel like you're a soul connection. There's some kind of a fear of not really being chosen. And someone feels rejected, or both of you. There's probably exes in the mix, or old toxic relationships, and you know, shitty stories about love. There's a pattern that needs to be stopped. On the other hand, there's a lot of playfulness and enjoying each other when you are enjoying each other. I would say a lot of desire. So what does this person really want? Okay, love call, expression of love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Okay, so you are going to hear from this person. I don't know, Aquarius, not enough, soulmates, easily fixable. You don't need to wait for this person to change, Aquarius. If you don't want it to go round and round, no one to change but self. Version of Aquarius who you're being. I'm a version of Aquarius that has the most loving, fulfilling, committed relationships. If that's what you want, they absolutely love me. They adore me. Love is safe. I can trust. I am chosen. Blah, 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 blah. Go check out some other coaches and check out techniques. But it's about being in that state, okay? Did I say that signs? Cancer's here. And lots of Scorpio. It's an internal tower, okay? So Aquarius, what's not working must go. So this is old patterns, okay? Whether you decide you want to put your focus into actually affirming for and selecting a better version of this, or if you just want to work on self-concept so you have a better version of another connection, you can manifest anything you want. But this is something that's coming up to shift, and this person equally as your mirror in this one timeline or one version of the connection seems to have something that they're also releasing or healing, but you don't need to wait for them to heal. You need to focus on the heal version, step into the version of you, Aquarius, that is secure, healthy, loved, adored. That's your assumption, okay? Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. You deserve love. You are lovable. Deception, someone is wearing a false self mask. So you're kind of hiding from one another. The 7 of Swords here as well. So there's love, and then there's doubting the love because there seems to be a block or a wound or a wall in like really showing that. And that's some old shit, like either childhood stuff, inner child, or old relationship wounds, okay? But they seem to want to work on things, and you are lovable. And codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So either that's actual addictions, or there's outside energies, there's codependent like third parties, or codependent patterns, if we want to go into psychology, like, you know, the anxious avoidant, seeking validation from one another, and then a pattern, runner, chaser, whatever. Fuck it in a bucket, guys. If you want to change it, you pick the preferable version, because we've got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. That's you manifesting. So affirmations, visualizations, just detach from that and select what you prefer. Okay, Aquarius, I mean, I hope that that resonated for some of you, and I intend that it was helpful for some of you. So you can let me know in the comments, and I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.